right, here we go. Real quick, the number 28 in math is like a perfect number. It's kind of important. Check it out if you want to, number 28. So here we have 1 ounce, which is written up as 28.34952 grams, or 28 large, 20 medium, 58.27 small. Okay, cool. Now, let's just try to imagine that grams have turned into hours, okay? Can you do that with me? Cool. Now, what we're gonna do is just take the grams clock, which is 28 hours, 20 minutes, 58.27 seconds, and subtract our 24-hour clock from that. What's weird is you end up with 4 hours, 20 minutes, 58.27 seconds. All of 420, not 421, 420, the whole thing. So the universe says you're welcome. Okay, we're moving on. You guys ready for some more? All right, here's the zodiac. Boom, 12 pieces, 30-degree sections each, in case you forgot. Now, nature doesn't really work in perfect lines, straight lines, whatever like that. 30 is really not number that I use. So what I use, which is really close to 30, is the speed of light's number, which with a decimal. So all I want you to do right now is, well, I guess try to imagine that if you were using, say, a color spectrum, you were to put that on here, when one color transitions into another color, there's like a void or, a piece or a shadow or something, whatever you want to call it, okay? So how big is this line, actually? Is it, 1 degree, 2 degrees, 5 degrees? Who knows? So, something a little interesting that I found, just cruising along, is since we're not going to use 30 degrees as a piece of the pie, we're going to use the speed of light's number, which is right up here on the top. And then all we're going to do is subtract grams from that. It's pretty close, boom. What you end up with, though, is the golden ratios numbers. 137, 4701. Wow, weird. Is that coincidence? No, we'll bring it up again and again and again. So, guess what I'm going to do? This time, we're going to take... I got an itch. Help. We're going to take 24 hours, and we're just going to divide that by grams. The grams clock, which is 28 hours, 20 minutes. And what you get is that crazy little decimal right there, 0.84657518. What's funny about that is when you turn that into a degree, that is 50 minutes, 47 seconds. That's 3,047 seconds. Random, weird. Okay, now what we're gonna do, just gonna take that crazy number again, 0.8465, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna times it by 100. Because why? Because base 10 is easy for you guys to understand. So this is great. What you get is 84 degrees, 39 minutes, 27 seconds. Okay, so if you just watched my golden ratio video and I did some cool math and reflections and stuff, there's this piece that's pretty much 85 degrees to 84 and a lot of change. So that number is pretty darn close to that one. So, want me to do the math for you? I will. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. 360 degrees minus 84 hours, 39 minutes, 27 seconds. You end up with 275, 20, 32. Anyways, you know how we do it. The 275th day is pretty much October 1st, September 30th. Those are the days I work with. You divide that by 2, and you got 137, 40 minutes, 16.4 seconds. There it is, folks. Once again, 137. Just keeps on showing up. We can do this all day. Boom. Okay, you ready to close this cool thing out? All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take 24-hour clock. We're just going to divide it by that grams clock again. And what we're going to use is that decimal of 0.8465. 84657518, and we're going to multiply that by 360. Why? Because that's a circle. Boom. And then what we end up with is 304 degrees, 46 minutes, 1.43 seconds. All right, let me break out the calendar for you and show you something. Remember, this year has a leap day in it, so Halloween ends up on the 305th day in this one. But normally, Halloween ends up on the 304th day. And your quick little history lesson is that Julius Caesar originally had a 10-month calendar that had 304 days. Weird. That work again out perfectly like that? Yeah, I got one more example for you. Stay tuned. Here we come. Okay, all right. I'm ready to finish this bad boy up. What I'm gonna do is just kind of leave you a bunch of options for future things that we can talk about. So what we're gonna do now is we're not even gonna mess with the 304 days. We are gonna mess with the decimal. So for my last example, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that decimal, boom, we're gonna just times it by 24 hours because that's what we do around here with the clock. And what you get is 18 hours, 24 minutes, 34.32 seconds. So that's 6:24 p.m. at night. Just picked my nose for you. Great. Okay, here we go. The last thing that I want you to remember is, check this out. Here comes the spot. And remember, the time that I use for the spot is 1838. So let's just put that up there. Cool. Here we go. Now, 1838 minus that number I just told you, 1824. What you get left with is 13 minutes, 25.68 seconds. What's funny about that is if you were to subtract that from 1 hour, you end up with 0:46:35, which is 18:38 p.m. So pretty much the same number came right back. We can do this all day. I really appreciate you guys watching this. Be safe out there. Subscribe and tell all your friends. Thanks again. Later. See ya.